Mr. Brave by Roger Hargreaves. Mr. Brave is not as strong as Mr. Strong. He is not as tall as Mr. Tall. But that does not stop him being brave, as you will soon see. Now, last Tuesday, little Miss Bossy invited Mr. Brave to tea. "And don't be late!" she shouted over the phone. It was a very stormy day, but Mr. Brave knew that little Miss Bossy's temper was worse than the storm. So he set off for little Miss Bossy's house, hurrying along as fast as he could to be sure that he was not late for tea. Along the way, he heard a cry for help. It was Mr. Messy. He had been blown into the river by the wind. Mr. Brave did not want to be late to see little Miss Bossy, but being the brave fellow he was, he jumped into the river and rescued Mr. Messy. Sopping wet, Mr. Brave hurried along the road. Suddenly, he heard someone loudly sobbing. Who could it be? It was little Miss Somersault. She was balancing on a tightrope tied between two tall trees. "Oh, Mr. Brave, I'm so lonely," she sobbed. "Nobody will come and play on my tightrope. They are all too frightened of heights. You're so brave. Won't you come and join me?" Mr. Brave looked up at little Miss Somersault. Then he thought about little Miss Bossy. But being the brave fellow he was, he took pity on little Miss Somersault and climbed onto the tightrope. They chit-chatted happily until Mr. Brave happened to look down. "Little Miss Somersault, look! The rope is going to snap. We're going to fall, and it's such a long way to the bottom. Oh, calamity! Oh, help!" he cried out in panic. "Be brave, Mr. Brave," said little Miss Somersault. With no more fuss, she carried him safely back down to the ground. "Oh, thank you," said Mr. Brave with a sigh of relief. The end.